the initial idea was actually in January 2020, when myself and Catherine, my partner, were hosting some full moon feasts at our house. We wanted to include all sorts of people that had all sorts of diets or requirements. So we basically were cooking meals. So we're cooking vegan curry with gluten-free. So it's vegan, gluten-free on the first one that we had around, and then the last one we had was in March 2020, and we had about 15 people around for gluten-free waffles. So this is where that kind of idea came out. And so about 5 weeks ago, we went into a local shop. So it's basically a zero waste shop in town in Hereford, that we had spoken to the people before, and they just opened back up, and we noticed that they had a kind of kitchen space at the back that they had open as a cafe previous to the lockdowns, and we noticed that it wasn't open, it was kind of closed, and we just had the conversation, and yeah, things started going bing, 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 bing. And I was like, right, that's a good idea. Maybe we should take our full moon feasts or our kind of thing that we were doing before into this space. And it wasn't just a case of a waffle and chuck over some chocolate sauce. We actually really thought it through, and we got some seasonal produce. So we had some rhubarb. We made some rhubarb and ginger. There was another one with blueberries and nectarines, and we roasted up the blueberry. They were really, really good quality. And then the other one was basically with bananas. So I used the banana skins. So they're organic bananas. You peel the skins and you marinate them overnight, 24 hours, in a blend of certain things, and it makes a bacon. So you basically cook them up, put them in the oven, and it's an alternative to bacon. And we put them with the banana bacon, maple syrup, and they went really, really well. We wanted to offer coffee, and one of the things that they didn't have in the shop was a coffee machine, because they'd sold it because they weren't using it. And we thought, do you know what? Let's bring it back down to basics. Let's get a cafetiere. Let's get some really good quality organic coffee, and let's just serve it as these guys would have in their houses. We did that, and there weren't anybody going, oh, we really want a latte or whatever. It was like, yes, it's great coffee. We can provide it with a range of milks. We've got a really good one, like an oat milk, that went really, really well with the coffee. And these guys were enjoying the coffee, their waffles, and it went from there. We produced some burgers, and one of them was a beetroot burger. One of them was a bhaji burger, so it's basically grated veg. It wasn't just onions, so we had a grated veg. It was a bhaji burger, but it had all that kind of bhaji flavors. We approached a local baker's, Nizzy Baker, who is in Hereford, and they provide organic. So they use organic flours, and that was another thing. That was another thing that we wanted to kind of do, is use as much organic possible. So we had Nizzy bake some buns. So we had some really good brioche buns, which were vegan as well. And we produced that, and we topped it with chutney and like a coconut yogurt, and they went really well as well. We've had a wide age range, anyone from teen to 60 plus, and the people that have been vegan for most of their lives, like 40 years, and they haven't, they don't necessarily come out to eat because they can't find anywhere that's just purely vegan or gluten-free. So we've had a really, really good response, and we did a little bit of research prior, and I found a local vegan Facebook group that had it's got about 700 people on there, and we did a few polls and just worked out what people would like to see and when they would like to see, the times that they would if they wanted brunch or lunch. So the reaction was really good. Getting the word out locally is quite, I wouldn't say easy, but it's good because of we know quite a few people that are on a plant-based diet. So from those connections, we know a lot of people that work in town, that work in some of the independent shops, who basically can get it out there. We made some flyers up, and we put some flyers up. But basically social media. Facebook has been the best one, because then you can share it and share it and share it, and it just rolls on there. And we got in front of about 1,500 people on one of the posts, which is pretty good. The ambition is to continue the pop-ups because of the niche kind of aspect of the plant-based and the gluten-free. It's still really niche, but it's growing. The ambition is basically to have a permanent location. Simple. The people are key. Community and people are key to this.